Acting Tough Gaming here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to beat the most annoying boss in Tears of the Kingdom so far, Queen Gibdo. Start the fight by shooting her with an elemental infused arrow. It doesn't matter which one because they're all effective. If she lands right next to you, you have time for 2 or 3 hits, and then immediately run perpendicular to her left or right, depending on which side you're closest to in order to avoid the tornadoes. Use a spear for your initial attacks because it allows you to stun her more quickly. If you use a slower weapon initially, she can walk around a bunch, and that can get super annoying trying to chase her down. I didn't want my spear to break early on, so I switched over to a sword to do damage during this punish window. Her next attack is a pain. You're going to want to run away from her to create a little bit of space, and then right when she starts charging, you're sprinting perpendicular, straight left or straight right, depending on which one's closest to you. She's going to eventually hit a wall and then transform back into her original form. Wait a split second and then shoot her with another elemental arrow. If you do it too early, it's not going to register. I get pretty lucky here. She lands next to me again, so I just use the same strategy as before. But if she lands far away from you, don't rush straight at her. Instead, run at like a 45-degree angle to avoid the tornadoes. You'll see I switched over to a flame spear here. It's important for the next phase. I'm going to use it to one-shot any enemies that get too close to me. I found any elemental attacks will one-shot these newly spawned enemies, so don't really worry about it if you don't have a high damage flame spear like I do. To start this next phase, we're going to keep our focus mainly on the queen and hit her with one of our elemental arrows. The reason we want to do this is she has a mudstream attack that she does in her original form that can be tough to avoid with everything going on. After hitting the queen, go to Riju and trigger the lightning field. This is how you're going to take out the towers that are spawning the enemies. It can be a little tricky to identify when the lightning field is hitting the tower. Just look for the bright yellow light on the tower before you shoot. There were a lot of enemies there, so I just got out of the way. But I should have run to the bright light that opens up because that actually kills those ads. The tornadoes the queen sends out aren't that hard to dodge, just kind of be mindful of where they're at all times. I recommend just ignoring the ads because they don't do much damage unless they get super close to you like you saw right there. And when there's a big group, just get them to chase you into the light so they die. Keep an eye on the queen, and when she morphs back to her original form, hit her with an elemental arrow again. What you're seeing now is I'm trying to give all of these enemies a chance to catch up to me so that when I explode this tower right here, I can get a lot of them caught in the light so that they die. And I take out this one stray one because I saw he wasn't going to go into the light. But the reasoning here is you're going to eventually fight Queen Gibdo one-on-one when all the towers are down, and you just want all of the ads to be dead, or as many of them as possible. I'm going to take out this next tower, and this is going to be a good opportunity for you to see how many of those enemies just died in that last beam of light. You can see there's no one chasing me anymore. The bright lights just decimate those enemies. She's going to send out another tornado attack. Be careful to keep an eye on them with your peripherals. And make sure the arrow hits the spot on the tower where the lightning field is hitting, or else it's not going to work. And now that all the towers are down, focus all of your attention back on Queen Gibdo. I take out an enemy right there because she was in the air and I just had time. Do not forget to run perpendicular left or right to avoid the tornadoes. This is very, very important as you don't want to die at this phase in the fight. Now, you're going to use your spear here to stun her as quickly as possible. Mine's going to break here, and this is exactly why I did not use this Lionel spear that I switched to right now all during phase 1, is because I wanted to save another high damage spear for the end of the fight. You'll also see that I'm just ignoring the flying Gibdos that are there. They do very, very little damage. I'm just trying to avoid all of Queen Gibdo's attacks because they are by far the most damaging. Hit her with another elemental arrow. Don't get greedy in this phase, just focus on dodging the tornadoes right away. Once the coast is clear, sprint back to her and finish the fight. I know there are a bunch of other strategies you can use to beat her, so let us know how you did it in the comments below. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope this video helped you out. Have a nice day.